Hello lovelies, it has been a minute, I know. We get into all of that in this video, but today we are trying out the new KVD Good Apple Concealer. This is in light 122. I of course have it on the under eyes right now. I also spot concealed on my nose. But I thought this shade was actually too light, but once I got the whole face done, I really like it. It's a little bit brightening, but it looks really good. We do a nice long wear test on this. I got this online at Ulta, $28, several shades, so I was so excited about this one. But if you're new here, I always want to let you know I use all natural lighting. I want you guys to see my skin, pores, pimples, redness, rosacea, everything that's going on right now. So you guys can see how this product covers it, because it does. It has really nice coverage. But we do a nice long wear test and we will see how it goes. But I hope you guys enjoy, and let's go ahead and hop in. Okay guys, so face, all I have on is my foundation. Eyes are pretty much done. But we are going to try out this concealer. This is in light 122, and we're gonna talk a bit while we're here. This will be the first video you guys see. I will post one in the next week or two that was filmed before, so a couple weeks ago. But yeah, a lot has been going on, so we'll start applying and talk. This looks like this. It's not a squeezy like you would assume, but this doe foot is quite different and I like it. So let's go ahead and apply this. I'm not gonna apply too much because this is supposed to be full coverage and we don't know how full coverage, so I don't want to overdo it. I do not put foundation under the eyes. I don't want to make that cakey at all. I'm going to use a sponge today because, I don't know, typically I use a sponge so I don't over apply, and with a brush you will get more coverage. So this may be a little too light for my liking, but I think we can make it work. Definitely doesn't dry too quickly. That's a good thing. But I am going to have to apply more. So with this one, a little does not go a super long way with a sponge. Now with a brush, again, you're going to get more out of it. But yeah, so this is my first time filming in a few weeks. I had pharyngitis, I was sick. That's what I had 2 years ago when I was sick for months. I couldn't eat, I couldn't talk. So I ended up getting a steroid shot and a Rocephin shot. Well, the steroid shot did not go as planned, given it did work. But I ended up having some pretty bad side effects from it. Like my heart, I have palpitations. I don't have an arrhythmia or anything like that, but I do have palpitations. And I'm serious, it felt like my heart was going to beat out of my chest. And apparently that is common with that one. So had to deal with that. And then we have just we've had so much going on. Just family, health, this, that, but hopefully everything's good. You guys can see this coverage. Like on my monitor over here, it looks like it's just standing out. Like I said, it is a little too light, but once we get the whole face done, it will blend in better. Definitely full coverage. Feels nice under the eyes. Does not feel heavy or cakey. Looks to be like a matte finish, but definitely some really good high coverage. Wow. Like that's, wow, pretty good, you guys. But yeah, so hopefully with all of that, I'll be back. No more pauses, no more breaks. So sorry about that, you guys, but I'm getting back into the swing of things. I have a I'm filming both today, this one and these eyeshadow palettes, so you guys will get to see that. So definitely matte, feels nice, full coverage. I'm gonna go ahead and set it, and then we'll put on the rest of the face. I'll do that off camera, so we're not just sitting here forever, but I will go ahead, do that, and then I will be back in just a few. I went ahead and set this side, and this is so, I mean, it's matte to where if you didn't want to, you don't really have to set this one. I always set it because my under eyes look smoother that way, but you can see there's just a little hint of moisture, but I forgot I wanted to put it on my nose to see if it covered that. Also, it may have looked like I put on quite a bit, but I didn't. When I pull this out, I wipe it off. I don't want to overuse the product, so I definitely wipe it off. Don't put a big glob on, because that, you will overuse it. But like I said, I'm not pulling it out and going straight in. I'm, you know, putting that doe foot on the side and getting all of the excess off. But let's see if this covers this red spot, because it's very hard to cover. There's not many that cover it. Okay. Yeah, coverage is really, really great on this. It covered my nose pretty dang well. Okay, so set, unset. I'm gonna go ahead and set the other eye and throw on the rest, and we'll be back to talk about this one. Okay guys, we are back. Here is close up. I think it looks really, really nice on the under eyes. It definitely, where it's so matte, it looks very smoothing. It doesn't accentuate pores or texture. I have a lot of texture on my nose right now. My skin's just been giving me hell, you guys. Like, legitimately, I've never had my skin break out like this for this amount of time. It's my nose, between my brows, and now it's kind of going up to my forehead. I've never had it break out like this, so my skin is not great right now. But this looks beautiful, and it's not heavy or cakey. I really like it. Like, I'm surprised. The Good Apple foundation, that was kind of a love-hate. So many people loved it, but it didn't wear well on me, so I'm curious to see if this one's going to wear well. This is a concealer, but it's still that Good Apple name. So the coverage is really great on this, but we will see how it wears. So I'm going to give this a nice long wear test, and then we will be back later on this evening to talk about it. And we are back. It has been 10 hours. I'm gonna scoot in here so you guys can see the under eyes. I'm really, really impressed with this one, truly. 10 hours, that's as long as I could fit in here with daylight. You guys know I use all natural lighting. Unless I have to, I will tell you guys if I use lighting, if it's just too late, it got dark too quickly. Luckily, it is slowly but surely we're getting in more daylight. Like, it was getting dark at 5, now it's actually closer to 6:30, so thank goodness spring is upon us. But let's talk about this a little bit more. So for a higher end product, I don't think $28 is absurd or anything. I think that's a fair price. 32 options of color, and it says it's lightweight, full coverage, extreme long wear. So 10 hours for me is kind of normal. I wouldn't necessarily call it long wear, let alone extreme long wear, but it does still look gorgeous. I'm gonna keep this on until I go to sleep. So I'll let you guys know. I'm gonna shoot for like 14 to 16 hours, and then I'll wear it a few more days as well, just to see how long before it does start to break down. Because right now, it's not broken down whatsoever. I mean, nothing. Like, it looks incredibly well. Like, it has not moved. It's not budged. It's not splotchy. Nothing. Nothing. I have no complaints about the wear of this. It says Good Apple Foundation is now a concealer, undetectable feel with unforgettable coverage for under eye and beyond. Get all of the pigment without the weight. I do agree. It really does feel more lightweight than I thought it would with it being a full coverage concealer. But that goes back to what I said earlier. When I pull it out, I get a lot of the product off and then I go in. I don't go in straight and goop on the product, because the more you put on, the more you're going to feel it. And this really does feel pretty darn good. I'm not gonna say it is as lightweight as the one, the concealers that are sheer to light coverage. It's not like that. It's not moisturizing, but it's still incredibly lightweight for a full coverage concealer. It says it blends out easily. I agree. It does not dry down too quickly. That's what I was worried about. This is more on the matte side. It says that it is a natural finish, which I would agree with. It's a little more matte for me than what I would call natural on my skin. But with these kind of full coverage, more matte concealers, a lot of times they can dry very quickly, and this is not that. Like, a lot of people were talking about the Jaclyn concealer and how it dried so quickly. This is not that. You have some time to blend both eyes out very easily. It says the applicator mimics fingertip for precision and a soft touch feel. Like I said, I do like the applicator. It doesn't really matter to me that it mimics a fingertip because I'm not blending it out with the applicator, but the applicator is different. It's nice. It is vegan, cruelty-free, and you can recycle the box and the tube. So if those, wow, it's getting late, you guys. If those things matter to you, then that is awesome. I love that you can recycle it. And of course that it is cruelty free. You guys weren't even gonna tell me I had lipstick on my teeth? Thanks. Thanks a lot. Been talking this whole time with lipstick on my teeth. Okay, it is gone. Lipstick is gone. If you guys do not know, I really, really recommend this. I like it. It really does check all of the boxes. I'm definitely going to get a darker shade because my skin's gonna get darker. Plus, I'm very, very curious to see how this is on the face. Not just the under eyes, but kind of as a spot concealer or a foundation to where you just put on a little bit. I'm curious about that, so I'm definitely gonna pick up a darker shade as well. But for an actual under eye concealer, I think it's great. It doesn't settle into my fine lines more than any other concealer, even with it being full coverage. It's not super thick or cakey, but it's not thin and drying either. So this, 100%, I definitely say if you are in the market, check this one out. If these, if this is what you want, full coverage. But yeah, I am very excited about this one. So I'm going to hush before I keep talking more and more. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you do, I hope you subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope to see you in my next one. Bye, guys.